Welcome to the Hunters Association podcast, the best and probably only dedicated solo leveling podcast on the internet, worth listening to. I'm Noxie from the Project Manga podcast. In the middle is JC or JD from the TiC GamesNetwork. To the top right is JC2K2002 from the YouTube channel with the same name. To the left is Seraph from Project Webtoon, and in the bottom left is Trent motherfucking Money. You already know what it is.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
That was incredible. What a fucking start.
Together we make your hosts, and we're giving you critical analysis and review of Solo Leveling's current chapters in the Webtoon. And I can't believe I said all that perfectly off the top of my head. Back this week with Solo Leveling Chapter 107, JD will give us our conversation topics.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. But before we get into these conversations, Trent.
You already know who the fuck it is.
Yes. Oh shit.
What? Two.
Here we go, the third one. Three. We're good to go. Oh, he's doing four.
Four.
Fucking money. Let's get it. I'm dizzy.
I'm busy.
All right. Now, before we get off into today's chapter and our analysis and future theories, we have to have homie court and call out one of our fellow hunters.
All rise.
So, Seraph, will you please come to the stand, sir?
Oh man.
All right.
The stand.
So, this guy has been posing as a non-light novel reader.
Oh, I read this shit 3 years ago.
Which I knew he read it because I'm the one. Yes, I could have called him out in the beginning, but I tried to give him a chance to calm down on it, but he didn't. So leave it.
Got way too hyped.
Right. So leave it to our amazing viewers to
you guys
pass judgment, jury.
Right, to pass judgment. So
if you give me the death sentence, that's fine. That's up to y'all.
So it was crazy because I thought when niggas was in my comments saying he read the light novel, I was like, hey, I was commenting back at first like, hey, maybe he just
I was like, hold on, that's my boy. You better watch out. And then he came clean.
Right. So Sarah, is there anything you would like to say for yourself, sir?
In your defense.
In your defense.
I don't got a defense. I deserve death.
Holy shit!
So now
I was gonna say tarred and feathered.
I want to go back and watch the.
Also, I always bring up the multiple monarchs because, like, no matter where you are in the world, there will always be monarchs. Monarchs being the guys in charge, the guys in lead. Yeah. There's at least 13 of them in Europe. There's at least 13 of them in the U.S., like the Senate, the president. You know.
I was like, what are we talking about? Okay, guys.
Don't listen, Jay. Don't listen, fam.
He's trying to justify his
He's trying to justify and still
deserve death,
and still spoil at the same time. So just don't listen to him. All right.
There's always monarchs.
Put pieces together.
All right. So now that we got that out the way, time for our chapter analysis. So everybody's read chapter 107, correct?
Yes. That is correct, sir.
Reading it currently.
That shit was amazing.
That it was. JC, since you wasn't here last week, let's get your thoughts on last week's chapter and today's chapter.
Ooh, you're gonna make me talk even though I had surgery on my throat. That's cool. All right, you're gonna do all this.
Just do what you can. Do what you can.
Look, I don't start from this week's. Basically, when I was looking at it, I just had so many questions. Honestly,
right.
I was. In my live reaction, I was looking at it. I was like, "Who is that person? Who is this? Who are they talking about? Where they come from? They're not humans. What's going on?" So I have more questions than answers.
Yeah.
So I'm not the one that asked about this one. I'm totally lost.
All right, Trent. What about you?
I'm basically with him.
Shit.
My whole chapter was. Who is this nigga? Like,
all right.
Twin Blades. Who is this guy? That's
right.
Yeah, Dragon Blade. Stop with the pony. Stop killing the game.
All right, Knox. What about you?
Well, I just read the chapter like 20 minutes ago, and the first thing that kind of like came to mind. Obviously, I'm like, who the hell are these people? Who are these characters? But this is really exciting, right? Because these guys seem pretty strong. Now, obviously, we can kind of like assume the formula that Sung Jin Woo is just going to be leagues above these people, but it would be really exciting if these characters that were introduced here could actually pose a threat to him, because this will bring, you know, those stakes back to the story that at least I have been saying the series kind of almost desperately needs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have no idea how it's going to go, but the first thought that I had when I saw these characters, considering the way that they were addressing, they were saying things like him in parentheses and her in parentheses. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I thought is, okay, why is he working with the humans? They're probably talking about Beruem, right? And if they are talking about Beruem, the idea that I had was that these characters are the Beruem versions of their respective races inside of these gates. So you have a dude that looks just like Buddy from the Red Gate, the ice dude, and like he could potentially be like the Beruem of that race. And then whoever this other guy is with the loincloth that kind of looks like Uvogan from Hunter x Hunter, he could be the Beruem of whatever his race of people are. There could be all these other kinds of monarchs, like Seraph was saying, of their respective races that are going to come into the fold here. If that's the case, we're probably looking at some kind of ambush or war, if it's following the formula properly, because we haven't really had a war yet in this series. I mean, that was Jeju was a raid, that was more of like a mission, but like the series is undoubtedly going to have a war of some kind, whether that's between Korea and Japan for the fuckery that Japan tried to pull during Jeju, or these races coming together too, because it looks like they're upset with Sung Jin Woo for some reason. So
so would you think this is the threat that Sung Jin Woo's father mentioned back in America?
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Someone didn't mention that in my comments, so I was trying to figure out maybe that is it, but I don't know if it's a Beru type thing. I'm thinking they're more of leaders of whatever different gates, because we had the ice gate, we had all these different gates.
So I just want to toss in there how we saw an ice elf. You know, like he's the leader. He's probably the leader of the other ice elves that we saw.
Yeah.
Is that what he was confirmed? I guess I really didn't connect those dots.
It looks enough like
it looks like a consistent fact that he just opened a portal himself, so he has like the
exactly portal.
Both of them open
just
portals.
Exactly.
Whoever could just open up a portal anywhere is just already fucking broken.
The guy was just sort of
That's hands down,
right? The gates are nothing but portals, anyways.
That's true. I mean, Sung Jin Woo can't even open a portal.
Yeah, he can. Exactly.
So that's right.
And he can, do. I guess no.
Now, do you guys really think that it was that he was talking about the specific monarchs? Or I kind of thought maybe, okay, is he talking about? At first, I thought, okay, they were referencing Sung Jin Woo, and then they were like, let's leave this to him. I was like, okay, now they're referencing Sung Jin Woo, but who were they referencing before that? And
her.
Oh, and the her too. Yeah. That's another.
At first, I thought the her was the queen of the ants, because they said like, why is he working with the humans, and then said her right after that.
And here's the thing, though. I don't know if they were talking about those, because this race has become like they developed into this over time, right? Like they just kept evolving, so it wasn't like they were things that were.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was like just born like not too long ago.
Yeah. He had just
so it couldn't have been a situation like that then.
Yeah. So whatever these things are, they aren't human, because they're talking like they're above human.
Right.
So they're not really talking about Sung Jin Woo. He is technically human.
And then on top of that, if you look at it, when the other guild came in and they was trying to speak to one of them, it was a monster language and they couldn't understand it.
Yeah, he did have a different ass language.
And for some reason with the monsters, they always put their text bubbles in a different color.
Black
as well.
Right.
Yeah. Usually when it comes to monster language, they always put it in a different text bubble. That's one thing I've noticed as we've read through.
That's right.
Small things.
Damn.
That's right. Yep. All right.
Who
now
are these motherfuckers?
Who are they? That is a great question. Who the hell are they? I guess we're gonna find out.
And how did they know about? Well, I guess because of the TV. But did they say his name specifically? But like, I don't know. The dude with the dragon blade said Sung Jin Woo, like it was.
Okay. Now the dude with the dragon blade, that was the national hunter from China.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was national hunter. Yeah. Lu Zhang.
Yeah.
I probably fucked that all up. Whoever laughed,
Chinese
that was
names,
perfect timing.
That was my roommate.
That was perfect timing.
That was perfect timing. Holy shit.
But yeah, that was the national level hunter from China.
Okay.
And then we also get a glimpse of Thomas
I know his
Andre,
name now.
Oh, now
Oh, yeah, the American
who we've
nation.
seen beforehand
Yo.
as well, but we didn't know his name or where he
Who's
came
tatted
from.
up? He got
We just knew he came
You
from
saw
America.
that, huh?
And now we know that he wants to try and clap Jin Woo's cheeks.
Oh yeah,
Because he was like,
wants
"Oh,
to-
you fucking with my subordinates, you
Yeah.
fucking with me," you know.
Now, shit, I forgot what I was about to fucking say. Oh, was the tattoo guy the dude we seen before? I think.
Yeah,
the
he
blonde
was the
dude
guy who
that
showed up before.
Yeah,
in front
Rio
of Go
approached
Go
him
Eat.
before Jeju like fuck with us, and he was like, "You don't got the bread, so
Y'all can fuck up on out of here."
Yeah, I'm not coming.
Right.
I'm not coming with you. Yeah,
That's
So how
exactly
about
what-
the hunters from America are like mercenaries for hire? That's
pretty
something-
much?
That's
yeah.
something new.
I mean,
I
that
didn't-
makes
Well,
sense. For
pretty much
America,
what they
though.
said was I think it said in the chapter. Correct me if I'm wrong. That the national level hunters or hunters on that level are pretty much all mercenaries, and they only do certain things for large amounts of money or some kind of privilege that they can get that no one else can.
Mhm.
I think it's
and
in
what
the
was
chapter.
Yeah, I'm
you
just-
talking about when he said that Sung Jin Woo killed his older brother?
So,
Yeah, so you remember back in the beginning in that dungeon?
the
where,
C rank dungeon or whatever.
Yeah, the C-Rate dungeon
Yeah.
where they left Sung Jin Woo and Yu Jin Ho for dead, and Sung
Yeah.
Jin Woo killed all of them.
I
and
thought
the
that was
final
that dude's
dude.
younger
was-
brother.
Yeah,
No.
that's his older brother.
Yeah.
That's Huang Dong-su's older brother.
Yeah,
the
that's
C
his
rank.
older brother. The
The
S
C-Rank
rank.
was his older brother.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
then he
that's
went
it.
through for some revenge.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I remembered that, but I just for some reason I didn't think he was talking about him, and it like kind of like confused me. Okay,
Yeah. So that's what that was.
so why were they
that's-
talking about him?
Well, okay. Let me try to put this in perspective.
please.
Oh, go ahead, Sarah. I'll let
So
you go. before I
the
do.
way, because Thomas Andre, he is the leader of the Scavenger Guild, and Huang Dong-su is a
and he
Korean.
was in the
So
Scavenger Guild.
yes, and Huang Dong-su is a part of the Scavenger Guild. So as a leader, you should probably look out for your subordinates, right? So what he wants to do is
Yeah.
try and be the older brother to Huang Dong-su
Yeah,
and go fuck up Sung Jin Woo for him,
Yeah, I
since
get
he knows that he probably can't handle him.
right. I get it now. Okay. Holy shit.
All right. So would y'all like a light novel perspective?
Oof, I don't
Sure.
know.
Might as well
All
go
right.
for it.
All right. So light
Sarah.
novel.
I'm not gonna say anything this time. This is JD.
All right, so lighten our perspective here. Okay, first and foremost, this is all out of fucking order.
It is.
Let-
It
Let
very
me
much
just
is.
say this: this is all out of order. This isn't supposed to come until damn near Jin Woo goes to America.
Oh damn. Okay.
So they're really switching shit up.
good.
Jin
Second-
Woo in the U.S., baby.
right.
Mhm.
Second of all, you don't see the Chinese national level hunter
for a while.
for a while. So that's
we weren't
also
supposed to see him for a grip.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's also different. On top of that, Thomas Andre's whole perspective on Jin Woo and stuff. He just like, look, if something is my property, no one touched my property except for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
And the one
Yeah.
my translation had that in it. Yeah.
yeah, so that's pretty much it's not that he is an older brother per se or older brother figure or whatever. He's just like, look, if it's my property, don't touch it or
Right.
I'll whoop your ass.
Right.
But that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much his.
And he
his
owns the
whole
Scavenger Guild, so he owns Huang Dong-su. Huang
Right.
Dong-su is more like the Scavenger Guild is more so like an object to him type deal.
Right.
Yeah.
So as for me, when I was reading, I was like, wow, they definitely switched everything up. So now I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So I told my comments like no spoilers, but like there's like missing a couple chapters or something like that. It's like, yo, they like skipped a couple chapters. I was like, how many chapters did they skip? And I was like,
They
what?
they skipped. I want to say at least I want to say like a minimum of 20.
20.
Yeah, they
Holy
did it a lot
they-
so far. Because
they-
like, okay, so this has already happened. So like when he was trying to sell the Orb of Avarice, they missed out the part where the merchant guy he was selling to was gonna jip him out of that shit.
Oh, really?
They missed that completely.
Well,
Yeah,
And then
so
like
they
also they missed them testing the Orb of Avarice to see if it was legit. Because at the time, Jin Woo didn't have his S-class hunter license, and he still had his E-rank. So he's an E-rank trying to sell this orb,
so they had to test it.
and then try and jip him out of it.
Damn, that
They missed all
They
that.
shouldn't have cut that out.
It's already passed away, so like I
Yeah.
can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely skipped around. So all light novel readers out there, just don't say shit because we don't know what the hell is gonna happen in any chapter now.
Right.
They might end up just skipping ahead to like the next
I don't-
arc that's supposed to happen.
I don't think they're gonna skip ahead. I think they're still gonna, do what follows. No speaking on that, Seraph. But
Yeah, I know. That's why I said skip ahead on what's next supposed to happen.
but I think they're still gonna go the normal route to make sense because this honestly didn't make any sense to me. But I still enjoyed it. I'm glad I finally get to see. And
I just
is
wanna
it
talk
me
about that.
or I was the only one who thought that the national rank from China, that nigga was swole as fuck.
Man,
All of them niggas were
Yoked.
that
you-
motherfucker.
They were
looks
just going
drastic.
crazy, my guy.
And
And
his
I'm
dagger,
mad I don't get to see
his
his
sword,
face, dude.
Jesus.
Because like I
those
want to
swords
see his
are
whole
crucial.
character design, my guy.
Yeah. Wow.
Because so far, just from the back, it looks cold as fuck.
He kind of
with the red
looks like
shirt, black
looks like
pants.
Greedling from the back from
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Greed from
Alchemist Brotherhood.
FMA. Yeah, that's what I thought
Some of my
too.
favorite
Because he had the
characters of all
long
time.
hair and everything.
Yeah.
Right,
Wow.
man. So
I'm
yeah,
really excited. Oh, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I'm really excited to see that the reactions from the nation level hunters when they saw Jin Woo do what he did,
Yeah.
Right.
and they're not even like phased by it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, they're like, we can beat them still. They're still. I mean, even the Chinese hunter was like, yo, that ant, I wanted to fight him. Like it was nothing. Like, oh, that'd been a fun time,
Yeah, that's wild.
and that's what I
Right.
want to see.
My
That's what- I
question
want
is like,
somebody
is
to be
that
stronger.
arrogance or is that confidence? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think that's confidence. They've been in the game. Well, maybe.
That's
From
more so
the
I
confidence.
mean,
hunter.
according to the story we have so far, the first thought I had is that it's arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Mhm.
Sung Jin Woo's just gonna slap anybody that comes across his path. It would be super tight if they actually were stronger than Sung Jin Woo, and we could get at least maybe half an arc of him getting his
Struggling.
shit pushed in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really want that. I'm gonna say it every time until it happens. Like, I'm sorry, but I
Well-
really need that.
He
I'm pretty sure
definitely
it's gonna
pulled
happen
through.
at least once. It's got to
Yeah.
happen once.
Hey, you never know.
Man, no way to do that.
Well, I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both because when you think about it, the national level hunters are like, they're there. You
Yeah.
know the shit.
They're the top of the world class.
Yeah,
the
and
top
that
of the
sounds
top.
good, but every time he's a level below the level above him, he shows
He is literally the level above him.
yeah. As by the time it's time for him to for us to see what happens when he meets someone stronger than him, he's already stronger than them. So it's like I would just love for this to be the time where that does not happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
God,
we're
I'm just
gonna move.
rereading it and like that one scene where he just like sends it out
Oh,
and like just
man.
all the ants just flying from one slash. I was like,
Evaporated.
It's a one
my
shot.
Right.
God, dude,
One
that
shot.
one shot was nuts.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, that's the
Bro, that
same
shit
way
was
Godo got
crazy.
one shot at.
Oh,
I was
no.
at work when I read this and I was just like,
Yo,
yo,
So,
my
where do you guys think that each individual that we've seen stands up to Sung Jin Woo so far?
The new
As of
characters,
right now?
the non-human characters, or the
Even like I'm talking about, like even the elf dude.
I would probably say that as far as the mystery people, no, JC, I'm not going to spoil it. I see you look.
they gotta be cold.
I'm not spoiling nothing. I'm just saying as a webtoon reader. I would say they're probably stronger, and only because they seem like they might be something dealing with the end game of the series.
You're right. Yeah, that makes sense.
As far as the national level hunters, I mean, let's be real. Eventually, if not now, Jin Woo is going to be stronger than them.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
I mean that's just how
By the time
story's
they meet
written.
up, though, because man, I'm gonna let you know right now. Like, I love this series, but out of all of us, I'm probably like the most skeptical of the bunch. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's another situation where these people are stronger than him right now, but we don't see a situation that justifies that, and we just hear about it, and then by the time they actually have a confrontation, Sung Jin Woo's already above them. I don't want to say I'll be like upset, because like obviously, you know, the author can do whatever to make that shit cool, but like, I don't know, man. Like, just give me something, dog.
You just want him
one L.
You just want him to lose at least
like,
one time.
Man, please, bro. Like,
Give me a stroke.
Have him lose, have his
I
dad
need
step
stakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, stakes are so important, you know. And if this is just gonna be, you know, something where, like I said last week, the game is just I win. You know what I'm saying? Every time, you know, and it's One Punch Man, then fine. But if it's gonna be One Punch Man, then like give us other characters that matter, and give us a subplot that follows, you know, side characters that, you know, tells a compelling story with some kind of stakes, or so make me care about a character and then kill them or something. Do something crazy, you know what I'm saying, to where more characters matter than Sung Jin Woo, if you're just gonna make him, you know, the one shot god. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I definitely understand it. I get it. You know, but you know, we just have to all come to that realization that that's how the story is written.
And that's fine.
So yeah,
but it could just be so much more than what it is. That's all I'm saying. Like, I respect the formula, because something about it's got me coming back, rushing, slamming my thumb on my screen every time I get the notification. But you know.
Right. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to bring up. So on Trent's video, the podcast that he uploaded for last week, there was an interesting question that was brought up by one of his subscribers, I'm guessing. This question that was brought up by Sir Christopher Smith. All right. So, do you think Jin is the greatest disaster that his dad came back to spot? Here's why I'm thinking that. Number one, he said that the greatest disaster woke up not long after, quote, after Jin's double awakening. 2, he said that numbers are nothing against his power. Jin's army is constantly growing and becoming stronger. And 3, monsters don't hear the message to kill humans when he's around, probably because of the system, though. It's just a theory of his. So what do y'all think? Knox, let's start with you.
I like it. And a couple questions that I have. So when he the first thing he said, what was it? He said that
let's break them down by one.
Yeah, he said that. He said that the calamity would come, or the calamity was born shortly after. Did Jinwoo's dad specifically say the double awakening in that quote?
No, he was saying, all right, so this is what he said. We're gonna do it like Trent said. All right, so 1, he said, I'm guessing he's referring to Jinwoo's dad. So Jinwoo's dad said the greatest disaster woke up not long ago. And he's saying, like, in parentheses, Jin's double awakening, which I'm guessing he's saying maybe
around the same time.
Yeah, around the same time that Jin Woo, you know, got the system.
Yeah.
All right. So what you think about that?
So this kind of like the way that this like theory is kind of structured implies that, well, I guess we already kind of know that Sung Jin Woo's dad is talking about some kind of prophecy, right?
Right.
So that means that the system was always going to give Sung Jin Woo the necromancer job, no matter what he did. Because if the prophecy says that, like, and according to this theory, it says that it's accounting for the army that he would have, then that means that it was already known that he was going to become a necromancer and be able to raise an army. If Sung Jin Woo is really who his dad was talking about. So that's kind of crazy. And that kind of like makes sense, because he was putting all of his stats into like rogue shit and still got the necromancer role. So,
right.
Okay. So yeah. So it has to be Sung Jin Woo.
All right. JC, what you think?
It could be like a prophecy. I get that, but it seems like coincidence. It's a lot of coincidences that happen because he chose that. Like, he had other choices. He could have chose something else. He could have said no.
That's right.
He chose it. But what the guy's saying makes sense at the same time. So,
well, part of what makes it a prophecy is that they knew the choices that he would make. So this is kind of like a fated, like, destiny kind of situation. So even though he had the choice to become a necromancer or not, these people that know that this calamity is coming or Sung Jin Woo's father, rather, in this theory, in the case of this theory, like it was already decided and known that
Now,
it was going to be this way.
is it possible that something awoke at the same time that Sung Jin Woo awoke? You know what I mean? As far as like almost like a maybe his fated villain or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Almost
that would be amazing.
That could
I would
also
like
be
that
it.
a lot
That's a
more.
good
Actually, I feel like
that's a good one, Trent.
Yeah, because a lot of stories actually have that within a bunch of the webtoons I'm reading, where like
Yeah.
a hero would awaken at the same time, like a demon king or like some other worldly disaster would awaken at the same time.
Yeah,
That is his common dynamic. His opposite.
Yeah.
His opposite.
It's a very common dynamic.
All right, we're gonna move on to the second one. All right, he said that numbers are nothing against his power. And he said that it could be referring to Jin's army, which is constantly growing and becoming stronger.
He's a literal one-man army. He could take over the world just by himself.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, everybody he defeats is now his ally, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like the Night King from Game of Thrones.
Exactly. We saw Night King in this chapter.
Or just any necromancer from any game.
That's what I thought he was. Like, that guy like the Night King. So it's like,
true.
Right. But yeah, anybody he fights and kills is now his ally. So, I mean, as long as he has mana or whatever, you can't beat him pretty much.
Right, and he's throwing all of his points into that intelligence.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Right.
Yeah,
we got
we
Trent.
really don't ever see like you know, just to his comment as well, like we just seen a lot more shadows than we've seen in a long time. You know what I mean? As far as like just who he brought out. Like typically we get a couple big dogs, and that's really all he needs. You know, we don't really get him pulling out his like
entire armada.
Yeah, and if they are, and you know, it slips your mind, but it's like if these guys are still leveling up to an extent as well, or even getting a morsel of experience out of this, yeah, those things got to be pretty strong. What level do you guys think his just regular soldiers are at?
Well, yeah,
Night and
no, his regular soldiers.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like
most of them
Igris
did go
and
through
Tank and them?
No, just a regular shadow.
Oh, just a regular.
A good chunk of them actually did go through a class advancement too.
I'll probably say A and B.
Would it be a mix?
Yeah, I'll probably say a mixture. A and B.
That's A and B fucking low tier. That's disgustingly
exactly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Think about it like this.
Terrifying to think about.
You can just jump them with simply the B's.
Right.
Exactly.
So at the same time that they level up the shadows, every person that they kill, Jin Woo starts to get experience too. So he can sit back, even if it is like a big villain, big bad guy
and
or whatever.
Just see how his shadows do.
Yeah, just had the shadows kill everybody. He's leveling up, sitting back there like, yeah.
He's looking at his screen, just unlocking shit.
Yeah, exactly.
True. All right, and the third one: monsters don't hear the message to kill humans when he's around, and he said probably because of the system.
Yeah,
I think it's more like,
well, I mean,
priority switches because, but Baru still like I guess that like his goal was still to, conquer humans or whatever, and I think everything when Sung Jin Woo first gets to most of these places, like with the elves attack them, you know what I mean, and in the ice, in the little ice fortress or whatever. It wasn't really until they started to interact then he kind of took priority or like steers them from like, not necessarily steers them from it, but it's almost like the first time they're not really like under the programming for whatever interaction he's with them, man.
So what do y'all think of this theory overall? I mean, I know we discussed each breaking point of it, each bullet point of it, but overall, do you think that this guy is on to something, or do you think it's just too coincidental, too easy, or what? Trent, let's go with you first.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I really think there's not a lot of topics that anybody's brought up that aren't possible. You know what I mean? I think it's very like, and all of these are still basically based upon like pretty factual things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're really doing the time, the only thing we know about in the series is Sung Jin Woo's awakening. So we really could say like that happened, like, in reference to what his dad said. You can kind of say like that's going to be more than likely something to do with Sung Jin Woo, unless we just get some random piece of evidence. So I think like I said, just think his points have a good foundation. So
yeah,
it's like,
for sure.
All right, Sarah.
It's definitely not baseless.
Yeah, this theory is a good theory because, like, seeing as how Jinwoo's losing emotions as he goes on, he could slowly become a killing machine, just nonstop trying to take over the world type shit. Especially with all of the shadows that he's gaining that are S rank shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Just literally with just the ants alone and Beru M, he could just literally dominate all of America. He could dominate all of Germany. He could dominate all of fucking China. He can literally dominate the whole world with just the ants, Beru, Igris, Tank, and Tusk.
I can see it.
As well as Iron, that's all he needs. And he can just go absolutely apeshit on the world. So he could, theoretically, this could be like, he is the biggest disaster that has come to this fucking world.
That's true.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, just the fact that he has the system and he can level up on his own already makes him the biggest force of nature on the planet because no one else can do that.
Nobody else can improve. Like, all hunters are stuck at their class unless of a double awakening.
Yeah, so this theory holds a lot of weight just because, like, everything that this person is talking about has multiple instances in the storytelling to support it. You know what I'm saying? And so... And kind of like going back to like what Seraph was saying about how he's been slowly losing emotions, like we've been talking about that pretty much for the entire life of this podcast so far, is that the stronger he gets, the more detached and dissociated from
humanity
the rest
he gets.
of humanity and the rest of the world he becomes. And the author keeps throwing like little hints that he's still, retaining like bits and pieces of his humanity here, like when his mom woke up and when he, dispelled the healer, in Jeju Island. Like we're still seeing that he is compassionate and that he still cares about things, but like there are still, kind of like little hints inside of those moments that show his humanity, that show that like he's not really reacting the way that you think someone should, that has done, these things or are in these kind of situations. So
because it's a video game to him now.
Yeah.
That's a video game. It's like, hey, I'm leveling up, I'm getting new skills, every time I go fight somebody, I'm winning. It's just everything's so easy.
He's literally
becoming like if your life's never in danger.
Yeah.
Then of course you're gonna act like that, right?
Yeah, it's literally unlimited ammo, unlimited health in Saints Row 3.
Yeah.
Plus, I also want to add in that like Jin Woo isn't neither a good guy nor a bad guy. He's in that neutral gray zone for the time being.
Yeah, for sure.
He never started off as a good guy or a bad guy. He's just sitting there and like, sure, he's done some good deeds, but he's also done some bad deeds.
He's like the Punisher.
Yeah, he's like the Punisher. He's in the neutral gray zone. So it could really go either way if he wants to try and save the world from whatever's trying to conquer it or join the bad guys and fuck it over.
I don't think he'll ever join the bad guys. I just think that he'll just become such a oppressive force, in the world that his idea, of what should happen or what shouldn't happen or what's right or what's wrong will become, like that'll dictate every move that he makes, and it'll like conflict with society's idea of like what's ethic or what's moral, and we'll see him as a bad guy because he's deciding to kill people that maybe necessarily didn't do anything that we would think deserved to be killed, but he's got an entirely different outlook on life given the level that he's at and the scale of his abilities now. So he could be making decisions that we definitely wouldn't agree with that make sense to him and consider him a villain because it seems kind of like villainous. But like, what would you do if you had all the power in the fucking world? How would you act? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have we seen somebody, at our job get a promotion and start wilding out? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? like a lot of people don't know what to do with power like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like Yagami.
Exactly. Kira.
Like Yagami.
Yeah, that motherfucker was tweaking. But he had a good idea at first.
So when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking of a calamity, and you have everything that's happening in the world now. So Jin Woo's probably the strongest in the world right now, or getting close to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Eventually, he'll be the strongest in the world.
Right.
So once you get past that, these new people that showed up that are not of this world, it's gonna get strong enough to fight them eventually. It's just gonna spread. So if it keeps spreading, keeps getting stronger and stronger, eventually he's gonna get at their level, and then he's a threat to them. Whatever they are, whoever they are. That's what I'm thinking. This calamity they're talking about is going to get so strong, so overpowering that nobody can stop him ever, anywhere.
Yeah.
Universal.
And you're saying the calamity is Jin, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So then that implies that. So then who's up? How does he get stopped at that point?
Well, what I kind of like took from what JC was saying is that, like, okay, so like we know that like regular humans that have been blessed with this like power to, do what they do in this world can't level up, but Sung Jin Woo can, and this is all because of the system. If the system runs everything, and say this is just some kid running this as like fun and entertainment for him, he could level up these NPCs or these characters in this dungeon to match that level of the player and see how high they can raise the difficulty. You know what I'm saying? And make this, a little bit more compelling situation. So there's nothing saying that these demons or these ice elves or whatever can't gain strength too, in relation to Sung Jin Woo. You know what I'm saying? So
or we can go with the age-old theory that the system is just making Jin Woo level up and get as strong as possible because these new mystery people are the threat. And in order for Jin or someone to be able to, potentially stop them, that he has to level up in order to get near their level.
That would be dope. I mean, and I can see how that's like I guess you said the quote unquote like obvious.
The obvious cliche.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even be mad upset about it. Like, bring it.
This story does a good enough job of taking expectations that we might have for a story and not caring about them, but like offsetting them with like amazing illustration, amazingly hype moments. The writing is definitely good enough to make us like not care about the lack of like depth in characters. You know what I'm saying? And the lack of characters, that matter. So like I'm totally confident that whatever decision this person or this author decides to make is going to be satisfying enough, if not, more than that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if it does end up being, tropey and cliche, it's going to be the best examples of those tropes that we could possibly get for a story like this. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So great question, Christopher. That was incredible. a great theory. Also
very good theory.
If you guys are listening and y'all have theories of your own, please drop them in the comment section and we will discuss, the best one on the next show. So, keep y'all interactive. We like y'all to keep us guessing and, keep us moving on. And, it's a community thing. So we all come together, get in and discuss this series that we all love.
Teamwork, make the dream work.
That is true. All right. So now the fun part, our theories and our expectations.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the fun part where we all get everything wrong.
Except for Seraph.
Except for Seraph.
Because he got the cheat sheet.
The way they took this one, I don't even know where it's going to go for the Webtoon anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
you know what I mean?
JC, we're going to start with you. Chapter 108. We're going to go with next chapter theories first. So, what do you think is going to happen on chapter 108?
108. They have to get in contact with Jin Woo. That would be United States.
Yeah.
Eventually. I think this is where it's going to go next because Jin Woo has no reason to go there at this current moment. And what's the American
Thomas Andre?
Thomas Andre. He wants to fight him, so he's got to go that direction. I want that fight to happen. I want Jin Woo to have difficulties for once in this fight. So he has something to aim towards. That's what I'm going for next. Actually, that guy who wants to kill Jin Woo.
Right.
Huang Dong-soo.
Yeah, I think he's gonna become a part of it somehow. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Oh, it's gonna be him. He's the reason why Jin Woo goes to America. I'm calling it now. I don't know what it is, but that's gonna be it.
So where's this nigga's dad?
Ooh, I saw your face.
Where's his dad?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That is a great question. That is a great.
I mean,
if
he has insider,
probably the Bahamas just chilling.
If he has insider information on this prophecy, then he could potentially know the moves that Sung Jin Woo is going to make and try to intercept him, at one of his next destinations. So, if Sung Jin Woo is going to go to America, then his dad might go to America.
Where has this been since?
I can give y'all a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. It has nothing to do as far as like what's gonna happen in the story.
Run it
per se.
Run it.
All right, so I'm gonna just say in the light novel, Jin Woo's dad doesn't show up until the fucking end.
Holy shit!
So that is a great question. I would love to see.
It's deviating away from the light novel, though,
right?
Because
I
would love to see.
I need
Jin
to
Woo's
see
dad show up sooner than later.
Right. So I do want to see Jin Woo's dad. I do not want them to take that route. I want them to incorporate him somehow. At least mention him. Right. Even if you don't show him, at least mention him. Do a like sharp cut through scene, showing him walking on the beach naked. I don't know.
Anything, man.
Anything. Him and Barnes and
Bahamas.
Him and Barnes and Noble drinking Starbucks or something. I don't care. Just show him something. But yeah, so that's that little tidbit. But Trent, 108.
Thoughts overall?
Yeah. Well, what
predictions overall rather?
Yeah. What you think is gonna happen in 108?
I honestly, bro, I literally didn't see this coming.
Yeah, this is wild.
None of us did, honestly.
Yeah.
So I really have no idea. It's kind of, we didn't really speak on it much, but it was kind of cool not having the chapter with Sung Jin Woo for a little bit. I mean, I guess we had some before, really, when he was gone, but I don't know. I kind of enjoyed those when it's like the world building people. Or whatever. Yeah. But I have no idea. I'm assuming we're gonna get back to well shit. These niggas gotta wake back up. Like I guess we gotta see what their reaction is when they wake back up.
Yeah.
Like we just ended abruptly.
Right. That's true. Sarah, what about you? Chapter 108.
I really just want to see the rest of the world go crazy.
Yeah, right. We need
about Sung Jin Woo. I want to see how Germany, China, and other countries like that, Russia and shit, view Jin Woo on the TV going crazy, and then it has panels of just people in guild association, guild offices, just going, we need to recruit him, try and get us and then Jin Woo's vice president, forgot his name.
Go Gun Hee.
No, not Go Gun Hee. I'm talking about little dude.
Big Gart, baby.
You talking about the monitor division?
No,
you talking about Eugene Ho?
Yeah, Eugene. I want to see his phone just blow up.
Oh,
just blow up.
I can't forget about him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eugene Ho. All right, Knox, what you think?
I love Eugene Ho. Don't worry about it.
Well, kind of like what Seraph was talking about. I really want to see the reactions of everyone who's witnessing the footage of Jeju Island. But at the same time, I feel like it would be really cool. Obviously, these new characters have introduced an entirely new branch of the plot line that or direction that the story could go in. But I think it would be cool if we got parallel plot lines going at the same time that showed whatever situation is developing now in this current chapter, and then a situation, on the more human side of things, because I really want, like I was saying last week, it's dude,
I would love that.
There's no reason for us to not get some kind of storytelling regarding Japan's plot to betray Korea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They wouldn't bring that up if they weren't going to go back to that in some regard. So if we got a development of, conflict, between those two factions or those two countries going at it, and we got something on the secondary character side of things going on, and then something on the Sung Jin Woo and these new characters side going on, and they were kind of running alongside each other, to come to a point, kind of the chairman election arc in Hunter x Hunter, where you had the chairman election going on one side, and then the Aluka story going on with the Zoldycks on the other side, and they were all coming and meeting up in the middle. I would love a situation where it was two converging or parallel plot lines that ran into each other in some way. I think that would make for a way more epic arc. So,
all right. As far as what I think, I have no earthly idea. I'm gonna just be with you. I have no earthly idea what's gonna happen in 108. I would assume. I'm just gonna repeat what I said last episode. I'm gonna assume that we're gonna finally see our Korean S-rank hunters, see if they made it back safely. See if Cha wakes up.
She better work on.
Baby girl better
Right.
wake up.
Right. See if she wakes up. Of course, see the world's reaction on Jinwoo's feats. And yeah, and let everybody praise God Woo. In the end.
I'm
So-
just hoping that even in 108, I just want to hope for like just a little snippet of Dad, like him
Right.
seeing like in Times Square since he's probably still in America or something,
Right.
looking at the TV like that's my boy.
and also,
His family.
yeah, I was just about to say, and also, what did his mom think? What did his sisters think? Well, we don't even know if his mom. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. We don't
Only
even know
little
if his mom
sister saw
actually,
it.
His sister saw
actually
it
seen
though.
Yeah,
But I would
We
like
don't
to
know if
see
she
saw it
told
for
mom.
sure.
But it's like, come
Yeah.
on, bro.
Yeah.
Especially with the dad, it's like, nigga, go see your wife, nigga.
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's gotta happen too. What are you doing? He's tweaking.
Right. So
Went 10 years without the pool
Yeah,
tag.
that's the
boy.
first thing you do. You're out here fighting Hong Dong Su's bitch ass. I would have
And did
bounced.
she?
you mean
I
off
can't
screening
remember.
them?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was she sick? Was he aware of her being sick?
I don't think so.
I
Because
don't think they-
after he was gone.
Okay.
Because this was like in the like the first couple chapters, he was talking about like my mom has been like sick for like 2 to 3 years, and my dad's been gone for like 10.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would be nice if they have a reunion.
Yeah, for sure.
I would definitely agree with that one. I would like to see a reunion between them, some kind of way.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You still talking about the mom and dad, or are you talking about the?
Mom and dad.
Whole
Yeah.
family.
Mom and dad.
Jinwoo's dad and his mom. And whole family, yeah.
Yeah, whole family too. I
that
mean,
would be
speaking of that,
drastic.
we don't get much of the little sister,
We don't.
and she's been
And
around
she's
the longest.
adorable.
Yeah. You're
I'm
right.
fine
I
with
never
that.
even thought about
Yeah.
that. You're
she
what?
gonna do, man?
I mean,
I'm fine.
y'all don't care about the little sister.
I do.
Nope.
I care about the little sister. She's adorable.
Can she fight?
No.
No.
And I
No.
like that.
Okay.
She could sure as hell
Oh.
put Jin Woo in his place.
Yeah.
Nah, I think we got better girl characters than her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean like the one that's at home eating ramen
Chicken
noodles
wings,
right now?
dog.
That one? You mean like that?
SpaghettiOs in the living
Yeah,
room?
eating SpaghettiOs in the living room, watching Shrek.
Oh,
That
man.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just.
Yeah, dude.
She's trash. She's trash.
Wow.
Don't say that.
She
Yikes,
is.
brother.
She is trash. She
B
ain't-
class hunter or B class healer?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
baby,
B-class
dog. Don't do that, bro.
She's mid.
Thank
She's better-
you.
she's
Mid.
I
better
don't give a
than,
fuck what none of y'all
she's definitely
motherfuckers said,
good.
bro.
She-
She coming back, bro. Fuck
my
what y'all talking about.
all-time favorite will always be Demon Girl.
Is Seal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seal?
All time
Yeah.
favorite, and you don't even
She
know her
is
name.
the
All right,
cutest
next.
Right,
one.
right.
Next.
Thank you. Now, don't even know a damn name, and that's your all-time. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir.
How dare you?
Yeah, a seal
I'm
over
sick.
over the other girl.
B
though.
rank
You didn't know her
killer.
name either.
Get
Get out of here.
I don't know the B-Rank healer's name
You
either.
gotta
Listen,
be
these
kidding
chapters are like forever ago, okay?
Nah.
Let me
Still,
live.
is that supposed to be
Anyways.
your A1?
me. Right.
Your A1 steak sauce?
Yeah, I
You
don't
should
know
know
why-
that.
No, either though. In there.
Yep.
Look, let's be real. Baby girl is the only one.
The one that got one-shotted?
No, that girl with the girl we talked about.
Which girl?
I think she was with the other S rank guys, or maybe she was with the A rank. She had like a hoodie, like a not really a hoodie on.
Oh, you mean the mage girl?
You talking about his sister's classmate?
Yeah, that's what that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with her?
No,
Underage, homie.
No.
Out of here!
Oh, no.
I'm talking about
You're
the shit.
canceled.
I'm talking about she was like a sorceress or some shit like that. She had like
When
it
they
wasn't
went
a
into
hoodie.
the orcs dungeon?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that looks like fucking Blair from Soul Eater
Yeah,
I guess so.
with like the regular witch hat.
She had
And
did she have a witch
glasses?
hat on? No, she didn't have it on.
Oh,
Oh, the one who gave him the will.
She didn't have a hoodie necessarily, but it was like a hood with a little cape drape.
I'm going back.
Okay,
Hold up.
I can't
She was
remember
bad.
that.
She had big TiCs, bro.
Okay, wait
so
a minute. Now you got my attention now.
Oh, look, this guy.
Oh, the purple girl. Yeah, the purple girl.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Remind us,
Let me
please.
see. Let me make sure I can. Yeah, let me approve this.
Look, he gotta approve it. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
wait a minute.
Speaking of that, what chapter did Jin Woo's dad show up again?
Nigga,
I don't know, like 80.
I'm gonna put it in there.
Was it like 80?
Yeah, it was like somewhere
It was
between
not her.
70 and 80.
Okay.
You mean the girl with the cat ears?
Wait, cat ears?
Man, whatever. That girl, all right?
Let me see.
Well, not cat ears, but it looks like it.
No.
Y'all put it in the chat already?
See, y'all don't remember the goats, man. Y'all don't be looking at the goats.
The goat.
Man, neither do you.
This girl? Wait, the glasses?
No, see, y'all be finding the weirdos.
Yeah,
Bro,
see,
that's what-
y'all don't know what the fuck
That's
y'all
what
talking
Sarah
about, bro.
put. That's what Sarah put.
Well, you
Oh, wait.
said the dungeon with the orcs, and I'm pulling up all the girls with for the dungeon with the orc.
I think it was
The girl
it
with the
might have
purple
been-
hair?
I'm
I
through
can't
with y'all,
remember
bro.
the dungeon with the orcs. She was with some. She was rolling with the other crew of the.
Oh, was it from the ice dungeons? Let's find out. I'm
Holy
scrolling through,
shit.
boys.
Oh my god.
You can
Wait.
end the record.
Okay, hold on. No, this is good. This is good topic.
fine.
We are on the hunt.
On the Twitter account, where was she anywhere in that photo when it was like when we get together and we talk about?
Oh, yeah. When he
Was
was talking
she-
about
what-
all the potential love interests.
Yeah, was she any one of them?
I'm gonna go to the Twitter. Hold on.
Because that would probably narrow this down a lot quicker.
The official Hunters Association podcast Twitter.
Yes, make sure to follow at Hunters Podcast.
Link down in the description.
Okay.
Link
Yes.
will be in the
I'm on the
description.
page. Let's see. No. She wasn't.
What?
Wait,
Oh my
because
God.
because this bottom left is Cha Ha In, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't her. I'm about to pull her up for you guys.
Oh my god.
We are on the hunt.
We are on the hunt for this mysterious girl that
Us hunters are looking for the
She better be
mysterious
fired
girl.
too, though.
The
She
simp,
better-
the
no,
simp
she-
energy right now is
She
immaculate.
better be
virus,
fired,
bro.
she
You niggas is gonna be like, oh yeah, Trent is right.
Let me
she
find
better
out.
be. If she ain't better than baby girl, dog, we gonna have a
Oh,
problem.
if she had some characterization for her, I feel like she had a little bit of an attitude.
If she had characterization, we'd remember her.
Oh, you
I
know
feel
what?
like-
Hold on,
I feel
I'm
like this
looking
is
at
from
her.
the iron.
There's a
the-
rank tier list. There we go. I'm about to drop this in this. There we go.
All right, come on.
Here we go. And you know what? She was rolling with was she rolling with Homeboys group?
Let me see this.
Choice. Was she
Well,
rolling with Homeboys group?
what chat did you put this in, sir?
I'm about to put this in this chat right now.
Yeah, drop it.
Let's see this girl.
Make sure this is it.
There you
Well, this is just a rank tier thing that I seen on here. So it shows her on there though. Hold up. So the A ranks go to the first row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A rank first row one.
That's the girl with the glasses. They already put her in there.
That's the girl with the glasses, fool.
I just put her in there.
She's
Oh,
right
hold on.
there.
Where?
Second one from the bottom.
Oh my gosh.
No, with the black hair? No.
Yes. There ain't nobody else with glasses in this show, dog.
No. You guys are looking at the S ranks. Go back down one.
No,
that's
fam.
the
I'm
A-rank.
looking at the
Oh,
A
you mean the
ranks.
blonde girl?
Yeah.
That's
What-
the
what
seventh
blonde
one.
girl?
Jesus.
7.
Man, she was booty butt cheeks.
Oh my god.
She was fine as hell, but damn.
I'm sick to my stomach right now.
This guy. Oh my. We spent all this time looking.
Oh my goodness.
Hey. I'm telling
Trent
y'all the truth,
motherfucking
though.
money.
That's the best one. What's her
Oh my
name?
God.
Somebody can find her name.
She don't even have a name.
She don't even got a name, dog.
She was Hunter number 2. That's her name.
I'm about to-
Oh.
She was just in the background, Hunter
It's
number
in chapters like 68 to like 74.
I don't.
Was it
care.
really?
That
What
was
is
the
this tier list, by the way? I don't like it.
I didn't even look at it because I'm probably gonna get mad. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing. It's shot.
We found her.
I don't know.
We found her. Are we moving on? Do we have anything
Moving
else to talk
on.
about?
No, I don't think so. I mean
Okay.
that was kind of disappointing.
Should
Trent.
we wrap it up? That was so
What?
anticlimactic. I'm sick.
Right.
Should we wrap it up?
We'll wrap it up. Yeah, we'll wrap it up. So thank you guys for rocking out with us again for episode. God damn it! What episode?
We're episode 5 now.
5 now.
5. Woo! Episode 5. We're moving on up
Is it?
there.
Slow and steady.
You want to know what's sad? None of us ever remember the goddamn number to the episode.
Hey, you want to know
That
what we
is
gonna
sad.
remember now?
You know
I hope
what's
so.
sad as well? There's no picture for her on the wiki. So
She don't matter, dog.
Trash.
Yeah.
All right.
There goes another one for you, Trent. I got you.
Oh, hold on. Wait. You put it
Oh
in.
my god. Hold on. Let me finish this outro. All right.
man.
Oh
So-
yes. Come on, bro. That's the stop.
Oh, anyway, yeah, but if you enjoyed the show today, please leave a like, as it means a lot to us. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell when you do to know every time we upload a video.
Peep the description so you can see all of our individual YouTube channels and definitely subscribe to them, please.
Thank you very much, especially today. Also, make sure to follow our Twitter channel at Hunters Podcast. That will also be in the description box below. So before we head out, Hunters, anybody has anything left to say?
No.
Tower of God.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, hold on. Before we end this,
One more
yeah.
thing. Just
Yeah,
one
wait
more
a minute.
thing.
One more thing. Trent,
La Hail.
homie court, please come to the stand, sir.
La
All
Hail.
rise.
So we know this isn't solo related, but this needs to be said. Okay, so
Mr. Boom.
if anybody reads Webtoon, especially the big three out of The God of High School, Noblesse or Noblesse, however you want to pronounce it, and Tower of God, you're reading on Webtoons, correct?
Nah.
Yes. The Webtoons app on the phone.
Knox,
Yes.
Knox, what do you read? Webtoon?
JC with the hood streams. Let's get it. Hood
I
streams.
am also a fan of the hood streams.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Are we the only cultured ones here, JD?
Well, you outnumbered,
We are-
so what
we
now?
are. Yeah,
You gotta get
all
out
of you
the
are
ball,
wrong.
bro.
All of you need to come.
But you're
to court.
surrounded, so what's up?
I don't care.
I didn't know.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
I knew, and I don't
Yeah.
care, okay?
I'm typically just a person that goes on Google and says and read whatever.
Yes.
Mhm.
Whoever got, man. All right.
I got one website and let's go through all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Anyway, what's this about? Why are we doing this? Are you mad?
Yes, I am upset
Because we're not
the
doing the officials?
No, it's not the fact that it's the official. It's the fact of the fucked up translations.
Now hold on, it's the
I
same.
don't even
It'll
get
probably
that
be
bad at
pronounced the
translations
same,
where I
right?
go, dog. I mean, I'm gonna check out Webtoon now though, because I probably should see what's cracking with their translations if they're the official, but
It is the official.
it ain't
Like a
shit
referee
ain't-
with a
where I
whistle.
go ain't even that bad.
I mean, to be honest, it's your fault for not telling us.
Yeah,
So
really.
Facts.
that-
So
You gonna put
so
this on
what's
me?
next?
you want to come to the stand, sir? I mean,
Head ass.
Now I'm so far into it, I don't want to
No.
change.
yeah.
I'm
you're gonna
invested.
change, sir. You want to know why you're gonna change? Because you can see 3 chapters ahead of everybody.
Oh,
Oh, with the
Oh,
Webtoons?
with
The,
the, fast.
fast pass.
Yeah.
I probably should be
The
throwing money at
fast
these.
pass.
And I put in a chat, so y'all have no excuse now.
All right, fine.
all right.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done and done.
I
Agree.
read
Alright.
an ordinary on Webtoons.
You have a
That's
new
about it.
patron, Webtoon.
Wait, how you read Unordinary on Webtoons but not Tower of God on?
So you know it exists.
It's blocked on my. I think the Webtoon site is blocked at my work. I read it at work.
You can read it on your phone.
I'm just saying. This is what
Oh my god.
No. I'm just saying like this is what I've just been doing. As far as like I haven't tried to do it. Like it's just been my time passes at work.
Wow.
So
All right, guys.
and Heedon, whatever the fuck.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
He died from Naruto.
Well,
No.
yeah, I'm about to say Naruto.
The first floor guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
in Tower of God? Evan
Yeah.
You
Kell?
talking about?
No.
Is that you?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have switched over to Tower of God. We are now the Tower
That's
of
the
God
first floor
podcast.
we see is Evan Kell.
Heedon.
Right. Nah, you started reading it?
The guy who gives him the first
I was reading
test.
it a long time ago, bro.
Oh,
The guy who gives him the first test, not the floor like boss.
Oh, the light skinned cat with the red hair?
Nah, like the little like ugly.
The rabbit?
Talking about the little.
Yeah,
the rabbit.
Yeah, the white gray, whatever.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Way.
Anyway, also, if you guys would like us to talk about Tower of God, please leave a comment in,
holler at us.
in the comment section.
Holler at
and we will have
Walla.
a Tower of God podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, if y'all make it this far through the video,
How far are you guys?
and y'all hear this? I'm current.
Not far.
But
I'm on chapter 2.
Yeah.
Hey, that mug is good, bro. I'm probably on I just got done with part 1.
Okay.
all right, go ahead. Well, let's go ahead and end the stream.
I'm pretty
now.
sure
Yes,
Knox
yes,
ended
yes.
that shit for a minute ago.
In the stream,
let's get all right. Well, okay. Thanks for
Cut out
watching
the
the Hunters
ending.
Association
Thanks for watching.
podcast. I'm Noxie from Project Manga. In the middle is JD from the TiC GamesNetwork. In the top right is JC2K 2002 from the YouTube channel with the same name. In the top left is Seraph from Project Webtoon. And in the bottom left is Trent motherfucking Money. You already know what it is. This has been another incredible episode of the Hunters Association podcast. And we'll catch y'all next week.